bringing you news and information from around the Pacific Command. This is your AFN Pacific Report.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of AFN Pacific Report. I'm Senior Airman Therese Garnier. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel says it's up to the men and women serving in uniform to stop sexual assaults from occurring within the DoD. The Secretary made the point while responding to a question at a Fort Carson Town Hall meeting last week. Hagel said prioritizing sexual assault as an issue, focusing on prevention, establishing accountability, and administering effective training are all a part of the solution. But sexual assault isn't going to get fixed just by directive or a training session or new law being passed. He said it will get fixed within the fabric of the institution, and that fabric is made up of the men and women serving in uniform. With threats to the southern border a real and pressing issue, Thai forces are focused on field tactics while training with U.S. forces during exercise Hanuman Guardian.
Hanuman Guardian 13 between the American and Royal Thai armies is all about...
So what we're doing here is doing an interchange of knowledge. We're learning from them and they're learning from us. That way we work as a team, because that's what we're looking for, build a better relationship between the two armies.
Excellent overview. Now let's get a touch deeper. Hanuman Guardian is an exercise full of, well, exercises, each vital playing their own roles but being interrelated. Thus far we've shown you search and rescue, IED field training, battlefield medical training, and now in our final days here, it's time to showcase infantry lanes training. Sergeant Major William Linares, subject matter expert for this scenario.
Well, the lanes are broken down into two different lanes. We're broken down into dismounted lane and mounted lanes. What we came here to do is to teach the Thai, which teach is a big word. I say more develop their skills because they're a very trained army. So the key for this was to develop squad level training and platoon level training, separate the platoon leader from the NCOs and allow the NCOs to develop their skills so that they can assist the platoon leader later on in the missions. This is my second time working with them. I worked with them in Cobra Gold and I was very impressed with their basic field craft. They focus on the basic field craft and then eventually move up slowly. So their tactical and technical proficiency is very, very good.
That tactical and technical proficiency was tested and the training capped off with a climactic event.
In this building, what's going to happen, the Thai Army is working on their raid. Right now what they just finished doing was we went over an ambush and now they're actually going to conduct a raid on this building. So it's going to be broken down into multiple forces. So you're going to have your elements consisting of your security element, your assault element, your support element, and then of course your headquarters element, the command and control cell, or the mission command element. They break down into the building and then they assault the building, take the building down while securing the entire raid site.
With the building secured and ready to blow, I'm going to tag along with these Royal Thai troops. From Fort Tanarat, Thailand, I'm Christian Garzone.
And what is the final event for Exercise Garuda Shield? American and Indonesian troops put into practice everything they learned during 2 weeks of training. And it all started with jumping out of perfectly good airplanes.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. No, it's a plane. And it's full of soldiers jumping to the rescue in a target assault exercise.
Our specific mission was to assault target number 1 with our counterparts.
U.S. paratroopers and their Indonesian counterparts are targeting these abandoned buildings in the middle of Indonesian farmland. The scenario, a fictitious rebel group has taken over a local dam, and it's up to the combined forces of the U.S. Army Pacific and Tentara Nasional Army, or TNI, to keep the peace and subdue the insurgents.
Yeah, this is like the last final event. We've been training with these guys for about the past 2 weeks, you know, doing house raids, familiarizing each other with our weapon systems.
The terrain out here is difficult to navigate.
We were crossing over little canals with bamboo bridges and walking little rice paddy partitions about, I don't know, this big, about a foot.
After trekking through rice paddies, they get into position. Some groups breaking off to raid the buildings, while others stay back for fire support.
They're highly disciplined. They're motivated. I've never seen so much esprit de corps between like a group of infantry guys.
Despite the language differences, both countries work together to secure the area and bring peace back to the community.
We did good. T and I are definitely a squared away army.
Senior Airman Sarah Bryce, Ciledug, Indonesia.
The professionals make it look easy, but there's more to harbor security than just driving a boat. Petty Officer Kirk Putnam takes us to the harbor of Yokosuka Naval Base.
U.S. Navy ships at Yokosuka Naval Base represent some of the most advanced warfighting technology protecting the world at sea. But when they're in port, they need to be protected by these guys. Harbor Patrol. But before sailors can get behind the helm of a patrol boat, they have to earn the right by attending the Coxswain Advanced Level 2 Operations and Tactics course in Little Creek, Virginia.
Out on the water, if something's going on, decisions have to be made in seconds rather than minutes. We feel with the Level 2 coxswain candidates, they have the maturity level that they need to be able to handle the situations that would warrant this high-speed training.
The focus of the course is to teach students like Master-at-Arms Petty Officer 3rd Class Christopher Villegas how to better assess threats to ships while escorting them into open water.
In Level 2 Coxswain Academy, we're taught to be better decision makers as boat drivers. When you arrive there, you're already expected to know how to drive a boat. What they want to look for is different ways you react in higher threat level environments.
Patrol boats usually carry 2 or 3 crew members aboard, but these small teams also carry the biggest responsibility in the harbor, keeping the big guys safe.
I do hope that I feel I made some kind of a difference. Everybody has a job. All jobs are important.
Villegas and Harbor Security continue to refine their skills and do their best to keep Yokosuka Naval Base safe from harm. Petty Officer Kirk Putnam, Yokosuka Naval Base, Japan.
Coming up, a sailor at Sasebo fulfills an educational goal. But first, let's take a look around the Pacific Command in today's snapshots.
2 F-22 Raptors fly over Wake Island as part of a short-notice rapid deployment. An E-2C Hawkeye lands on the flight deck of USS George Washington in the Pacific Ocean. A U.S. Marine explains how to use a radiation detector to Japan Ground Self-Defense Force members during a training exchange on Okinawa. And that's a look around the Pacific Command in today's snapshots.
It can be hard enough in the military just to fulfill your duty and advance professionally. Yet more and more service members are meeting those challenges while also finding time to pursue higher education.
Petty Officer 1st Class Jessica Nedzwekis is a lot like her peers. She fulfills her duties without any problems.
Looks good. Thank you.
One of the things that sets her apart, however, is the diploma she just earned in her spare time.
My degree is in workforce education and development through Southern Illinois University.
Oh, how long have you been working on it?
Since 2010. I used tuition assistance the whole time, and I took some CLEP courses as well.
It wasn't as simple as just going to class after work, however.
Sometimes it's difficult. You know, I'm a married military mother, so between taking care of my family and then work, I've done both online courses and I've also done in seated courses as well.
While most full-time college students take at least 4 years to walk across the graduation stage, Nedzwekis managed to earn her bachelor's degree in only 3.
Definitely worth the effort, definitely. A lot of weekend times and late night studying paid off.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. She definitely worked hard, being a mom, a sailor, and a student, put in long hours, definitely put in the time. She deserves it.
Nedzwekis says that after this, she looks forward to some time off, but will eventually look towards a master's. Stephen Andrew Dean, Fleet Activity, Sasebo, Japan.
One of the most significant dates in Philippine history is their Independence Day. Community members aboard Diego Garcia got in on this year's celebration.
Diego Garcia is a unique island with a community of about 3,000 people, over half of which are Filipino. So it's no surprise that the celebration was in full swing for the 115th Philippine Independence Day.
Right now we're preparing for the cultural night, Philippine Cultural Night, wherein we try to celebrate the Philippine Independence Day celebration and showcasing a lot of the Philippine cultures and traditions that we have in the Philippines.
Traditions include dances like tininkling and songs like the Philippine National Anthem. It was an educational experience for all in attendance.
Very much enjoy it, and I learned a lot from it.
Everybody really enjoyed it, especially the audience. I think they learned a lot from all the different cultures that we have in the Philippines.
From Diego Garcia, I'm Petty Officer Corinne Kim.
A group of soldiers in Korea went searching for a thrill and rush of adrenaline, and they found it during a warrior quest.
Meet Sergeant Thomas Hall.
I'm out here with HHB 210 Fires Brigade, and I'm doing a zip line course as part of Warrior Adventure Quest.
He's swinging through the trees with members of his unit to learn teamwork and conquer some fears. While on deployment, soldiers must stay amped up on adrenaline day after day. The quest is designed to show soldiers that there are safe ways to get that same adrenaline rush.
Actually coming here, I've been having to deal with that a lot lately, and actually having to come here and have an outlet, have a way to relieve stress as opposed to just being at work all day. It was a blast. It actually reminded me a lot of airborne school.
Sounds like this program is a success for this young soldier from Cambridge, Ohio.
It makes us feel appreciated, that we get to come out here, have fun, we get to relieve stress, but just that, you know, the country we're fighting for, the people that we work for, it feels like they're giving something back to us.
Team building, overcoming personal challenges, and discovering new ways to get out some of that pent-up energy. It's all in a day's work for the soldiers participating in the quest. Army Sergeant Kelly Anderson, Inje, Korea.
That's it for this newscast. From all of us here at AFM Pacific, thanks for watching.